You're all very welcome. Thank you for coming along. Members of the press, you're very welcome, and we appreciate your attendance here as well. My name is Tomas O Dulaing. I am principal of Griffeen Valley Educate Together School in Lucan. I am chair for my sins of the Alliance Against Cutbacks in Education. I'm here because I'm 31 years a teacher. I remember a lot of cutbacks in education, but this particular set of cutbacks on children with special needs, these are the cruelest and the most inhuman cutbacks that I have witnessed in my 31 years within the system. I'm very angry about them. I see every day on the faces of children with special needs the implications of what these cutbacks in terms of special needs assistance and in terms of resource teaching hours, the implications are written on their faces every day. And I'm very angry about that. And that is why I'm here, and that's why I'm chairing this campaign. I'm going to read the press statement that the Alliance Against Cutbacks in Education have put together. It's a short statement for members of the press. There are copies available. And I'm going to introduce you to my colleagues on the panel here who will make a very brief comment about what their interest is in this campaign, and then we will open it up to yourselves for questions or comments or whatever. Okay? So our press statement. Last week saw the return of children with special needs to our primary and secondary schools. These vulnerable children were greeted on the first day of their new school year with a devastating array of cutbacks that collectively constitute a hammer blow to their potential development. 10% of their one-to-one resource teaching hours have been cut, their S&A support has been halved or eliminated, and all of this is experienced in classrooms with an increase of pupil-teacher ratio. Children with special needs have the right to fulfil their potential within the education system. The shameful attacks on these vulnerable children engaged in by Fine Gael and Labour amount to a savaging of that fundamental human right. What kind of Ireland do we live in when those of our citizens that most need to be protected are casually dumped aside so that the gambling debts of a section of our super rich can be waived and set aside? Their breathtaking hypocrisy in government is only matched by the casual brutality of their attacks on children with special needs. Meanwhile, in the other official Ireland, populated by the true supporters of austerity and fiscal responsibility, NAMA Ireland scours the country and beyond, looking for debts to pick up after the obnoxious splurge engaged in by many of our super rich. Billions here and further billions there. There is no austerity to be applied in this part of official Ireland. Not so, however, for children with special needs, with toileting needs, with Asperger's or autism, with emotional or behavioural difficulties, or indeed those with multiple difficulties, many of whom find themselves outside the system in September this year. In their case, we are told that a handful of millions must be saved to rescue our country from bankruptcy. We, parents of children with special needs, and teachers and special needs assistants working with these children, ask ourselves, do these politicians lie to us, or are those in Leinster House so surrounded by their own smugness and hypocrisy that they cannot appreciate the madness of their own words? On September 14th, and this is a crucial point we want to make today, we intend to give our returning politicians a fitting welcome back to the seat of power in Leinster House. We will march from the Central Bank on Dame Street and greet the returning cabal who would attack the most vulnerable in our society. The Alliance Against Cutback in Education hold a press conference today to announce that, and we thank yourselves for coming along. I'm going to introduce the people beside me here, and they will speak very briefly, let you know what their interest in this campaign is, and then we will open up the floor to yourselves.